You open the app without thinking. A few seconds pass. Then you see it. Someone you went to school with just bought a house, got a promotion, or posted a photo that makes their life look like a movie you were never cast in. And something happens in your chest. Not quite sadness, not quite anger. Something older than both. You tell yourself to stop. You know comparison is a trap. But knowing that does nothing. The pull is still there. The sting is still there. And your rational mind watches helplessly, wondering why the brain refuses to listen. The answer is not weak willpower. It is not insecurity. Your brain was never designed to stop comparing. It was designed to do the opposite. Go back 2 million years. Your ancestors survived in small bands of 50 to 150 people. Food was scarce. Resources were not guaranteed. In that world, knowing where you stood relative to the people around you was not vanity. It was survival data. If your neighbor was gaining status faster than you, that was a signal. Your position in the hierarchy determined whether you ate, whether you found a mate, whether you lived. Your brain evolved to monitor this constantly, automatically, without permission. Psychologist Leon Festinger named it in 1954. Social comparison theory. Human beings have a fundamental drive to evaluate themselves by looking at other people, not abstract standards, specific people nearby, and when no objective measure exists, the urge intensifies. Your brain goes hunting for a data point. It needs one. Every person alive today descends from ancestors whose brains obsessively tracked social standing. The ones who did not care did not survive. That system never switched off. It just got a new interface. Now it runs on Instagram. The system does not compare you to everyone. In that ancestral band, you had no information about tribes far away. So your brain calibrated to compare you to people similar to you. People one step ahead. Researcher Philip Brickman showed in 1971 that distant, unreachable success feels abstract. But one step ahead? That feels like a threat worth responding to right now. Your phone took that engine, built for 50 people, and plugged it into a feed of thousands. And what do people post? The highlight reel, the promotion, the vacation, the body after months of work. Nobody posts the Tuesday afternoon when nothing happened and they felt quietly hopeless. So your brain receives a constant stream of upward comparison data and processes each one as if it were a real-time update from your actual tribe. The ancient system fires. The sting arrives. In 2018, psychologist Melissa Hunt at the University of Pennsylvania ran a controlled study. Students who limited social media to 10 minutes per platform per day showed significant reductions in loneliness and depression after just 3 weeks. The comparison engine quieted slightly. The nervous system responded immediately. But those students did not stop comparing. They redirected to the people physically around them. Because the drive cannot be removed, it can only be redirected. The question was never how to stop comparing. It is what you are comparing yourself against. Festinger identified something else: downward comparison. When your sense of self feels threatened, your brain does not only look up, it looks down. It searches for people struggling more than you in the area where you feel exposed. This stabilizes your sense of worth. It is why deeply insecure people can become the most critical of others. The system is not broken. It is compensating. You have done this. So has everyone you know. Brickman also described the hedonic treadmill. You achieve something, you feel good briefly. You adjust, then someone nearby gets something slightly larger, and the cycle begins again. You were never built to reach a destination and rest. You were built to keep evaluating. Because in the world that built you, a brain that stopped asking whether the current strategy was enough was a brain that stopped surviving. When you feel the sting of someone else's success, that is not a verdict on your worth. That is your brain running a survival check on data it was never designed to process at this scale. Naming it correctly does not make it disappear, but it changes what it means. The same circuitry that registers threat when a stranger succeeds also responds with warmth when someone you genuinely love breaks through something hard. Your brain knows the difference between a curated highlight from a stranger and the unedited face of someone you trust. Give it the second kind of input and it responds differently. It settles. You opened the app and felt the sting. That was not weakness. That was 2 million years of survival software running on the wrong hardware. Your brain was doing exactly what kept your ancestors alive. Next time you feel it, you might find something unexpected rising alongside the sting. Something like gratitude.